Gang. Such a mess was not on back there. You actually got 6 most disturbing, mysterious saw with Google Maps. Make sure y'all go follow my socials, IGs, no cap, Lifescar Road to K. Y'all want to communicate with me. I already don't be on Snapchat like that. I always be saying that. Hey, bro, we can't do Mr. Nightmare no more. I got a copyright strike. I ain't gonna hold you, but Google Maps 4K. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna really say too much to get to it, man. Google Maps got the whole pictures and all that. I got y'all with 2 scary
At
videos.
around 1 p.m. on November 2nd, 2020, an 83-year-old mother of 4 named Paulette Landriax mysteriously disappeared from her home in Anden, Belgium.
Let's get to it.
At the time, her husband was hanging laundry up to dry in the garden and didn't notice she was gone until later that afternoon. When Paulette's family realized she was
See, the thing
missing,
is, when y'all watch stuff with me, y'all gotta get scared. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
they reported the disappearance to the police, triggering a pretty big search for the missing woman. Though this wasn't the first time Paulette disappeared, as she reportedly suffered from Alzheimer's disease and would frequently leave the house at random times of the day and night without telling her husband where she was
Kind of
going.
like a silver alert.
She was known to randomly knock on the neighbors' doors for no apparent reason, and in the years leading up to her
Bro,
disappearance,
so why is she unattended? I feel like somebody should be attended in this position. Somebody got to be at fault for this, bro. Because if you know she wanders off, like somebody has to be watching her. Like, easily could have been avoided.
she no longer recognized her children or her husband. Every other time she had disappeared, her husband would find her a few feet away from the house and bring her back inside. But this time, she was nowhere to be found. During the search, 50 police officers and several search and rescue dogs were deployed to the area, along with multiple thermal vision helicopters and an entire fleet of drones. But even with all these resources at their disposal, the local police department failed to find any relevant clues leading to Paulette.
Damn.
After several weeks, the search was called off, and the family assumed that she had fallen into the Meuse River, which ran near her home. In October of
Easily could have
2022,
been avoided. Somebody got to be at fault for this, bro. It's got to be a setup. And who's taking these Google Map pictures, though? Like, real talk, bro. Have you ever seen your crib? Bro, we was in middle school, I know I'm yapping. We used to look at, like, people cribs, type shit on Google Maps and always wonder who takes these pictures, bro. Like, for real, bro. That used to be the thing. We used to sneak, you know what I'm saying? That was fun.
just as the police department was about to close the file, one investigator was searching for Paulette's house on Google Street View and found something shocking. There, as luck would have it, he found a Street View image of Paulette leaving her home and crossing the street to her neighbor's house.
What?
The case was immediately reopened, and police were once again deployed to the area.
Yeah, because depending on what time period it is, it might be in that damn house.
The body of Paulette lying at the bottom of a hill directly below the neighbor's garden.
Damn.
After the autopsy was performed, it was determined that the woman had fallen from an unenclosed section of the garden and died shortly after.
Damn.
Her final moments eerily being caught by the passing Google Street View car as she walks to her death, likely in another wave of confused state caused by her Alzheimer's disease.
Somebody should have been watching her, bro. Somebody should have been watching her. It's just simple as that.
One thing that's hard to understand is how the police failed to see her with their drones and helicopters the first time. But at least now the family can find closure knowing what happened to Paulette, even if it comes with this eerie last image of her ever being seen alive.
That's scary.
If you visit the location on Google Maps today,
Like,
you'll find the
who took that picture? Like, I really be, cause like, who took that picture, bro, for real?
image has been overwritten by a more up-to-date view of the town.
Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot. I understand.
Alright. Fuck, man, I'm about to end this damn video. What the fuck is this shit, nigga?
Hi, my name is Derek Lewis.
In July 2011, 2 armed
Hope I remember to
individuals
cut that
broke
out.
into an empty house in an otherwise peaceful suburb of Oklahoma City. With a
Okay,
house
see.
full of valuables for them to steal and nobody there to stop them, the two got to work. But unfortunately for them, the looting spree was much more short-lived than they had hoped. A few minutes later, the homeowner returned and walked in on the two of them looting her house. But instead of fleeing with the valuables they had already stolen, they held her at gunpoint as they continued to ransack her home. This went on for over an hour, and during the traumatizing incident, the woman recalled thinking they were going to shoot her before leaving. Fortunately, the robbers eventually left the house without physically harming the woman. After the armed robbery, she refused to reveal her identity to the press out of fear that the thieves would retaliate. The woman later reported the incident to the cops, but with no witnesses and an absence of solid leads, the case eventually went cold, and the woman lost hope that the two criminals would ever be found. However, 3 years later, the case took an unexpected turn. On a day in July 2014, the woman's neighbor was looking at her street using Google Maps Street View when she noticed an image of two men casually strolling down the street.
Damn!
It matched the description the victim had given her of the criminals.
Huh! Bro, imagine you get caught on your Google fucking Maps. Nah, that's wild, bro. I still want to know who's taking these pictures, though. Like, bro.
To the woman, who confirmed that the two men captured by the Street View van that happened to be mapping out
Those
the
some
neighborhood
brickies,
on the
man.
day of the
Brickies.
robbery.
You gonna rob a house and then casually roll down the street. Yeah, smart decision. You deserve to get caught.
Indeed, the
Brickies.
same two men who had
Y'all
robbed
niggas
her.
ain't no fucking robbers.
Based
Y'all
on the
punks.
direction they were walking, it seems that the image was captured in the minutes leading up to the crime. Unfortunately, because the two men's
Just two punks with a gun. Punks, man. Y'all ridiculous.
faces are obscured by the grainy quality of the image, and Google software that automatically blurs pedestrians, the cops
Listen,
haven't
straight
been
at the
able
camera
to track the
too.
men down.
Hey, no, they screwed.
But with a string of clues and a picture to add to their
Bro,
search,
imagine you hit that lake 3 years, bro. 3 years ago, you hit that lake, and then you think you get away with it 3 years later, bro. You get people knocking at your boy. I'd be pissed. I ain't even gonna lie. But you know what I'm saying? You in this position for a reason. You should have gotten in the car and left. Stupid. Gonna
Police
walk
now
and
have a
stroll
much
down the
better chance
street.
of catching the two thanks to Google Maps.
Yeah, Google Maps, not Google
One
Maps.
night in October 2006, a 72-year-old man named David Lee Niles met up with a friend at Jake's Bar in Byrontown, Michigan. This was a place that David visited frequently and usually stayed there for at least a couple of hours. But on that particular evening, the story was very different. Earlier that year, David had been diagnosed with cancer, and after a brief conversation with his friend, he left abruptly, claiming that he was in a lot of physical pain due to the cancer. That was the last time anyone ever saw him. When his family failed to get in touch with him, they reported him missing to the police, leading to a statewide search that ultimately led nowhere, as the cops couldn't find any clues as to where David could have gone. In 2011, 5 years after his disappearance, his family lost hope and accepted the idea that David was gone. The obituary they published online read, David Lee Niles, age 72 of Wyoming, passed away and only God knows the time and place. The case went completely cold until almost a decade later when a new twist shed light on David's disappearance. One morning in November 2015, Brian Hausman, an employee of the Cook Funeral Home in Byron County, was decorating the company Christmas tree outside. When he got to the top of the tree on his left to put up the star, he noticed something in the adjacent pond that looked like a submerged car. Immediately he called the police, and using Google Maps
Oh, bro, them drove in a. Damn, bro, them must have. I don't know, bro, them must have drove in the river. Damn. Damn, condolences.
eye view, they were able to see the same outline that was described. A dive team was
Damn, imagine you see this shit on Google Maps, bro. Wow, that's crazy.
deployed to the area, who confirmed that there was in fact a car at the bottom of the pond. Later that morning, a wrecking crew pulled out the vehicle for the police to inspect. Inside the vehicle, the cops found the skeletal remains of a man, along with a wallet belonging to David Lee Niles.
Damn.
After it was confirmed that the skeletal remains were his, David's family members finally found some closure. Still, the case remains a mystery, as it's unknown what exactly happened to him.
Yeah, I don't
Even
know.
before his
I don't
cancer
want to assume
diagnosis,
that, though.
David was known to have severe depressive episodes, and things understandably got
Yeah, it might have been that. I ain't gonna say it, but yeah. Yeah.
a lot worse for him after he found out about the illness. With all this in mind, it's possible that he took his own life, but
Yeah.
we'll likely never know for sure. In the 80s and 90s, Gioacchino Gamino was one of Italy's most wanted gangsters. He operated within a Sicilian mafia
Got a gangster
clan
in our
Agrigento
hands.
that was embroiled in a feud with Cosa Nostra, Sicily's main mafia network. He was first arrested in 1984 for murder and various other mafia-related crimes, but was later released shortly after. In 1998, he was arrested again in Barcelona, only this time he was sentenced to life in prison.
Damn.
After serving 4 years of his prison sentence at a prison in Rome, he managed to escape in 2002 during a commotion at the prison.
Yeah, at that point, bro, if you serving life in prison, bro, what do you gotta lose, bro, trying to escape? You ain't got nothing to lose, bro. You can't really get nothing much added unless they do like a death penalty, but for trying to escape, I don't think you do much. So, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Following his escape, he immediately relocated to a town near Madrid, Spain, and changed his name to Manuel Mormino. Over the 20 years that he was on the run from the police,
20
he got
years?
married, worked as a chef at a restaurant.
Oh, shoot. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Good, amazing. Playing it amazing. This is actually one of the first times I seen somebody playing some good, bro. Not gonna hold you.
And even opened up a fruit and vegetable shop called Manu's Garden. Sicilian police searched everywhere for him for years, and they eventually issued a European arrest warrant back in 2014.
Damn.
After
That man
carrying
made
out
him a
several
whole family.
investigations, the police suspected that Gamino was hiding somewhere in Spain, but the way they pinpointed his exact location...
I'm sorry, man. If you been hiding that long, bro, like 20 years, I'd just let you go, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. It really is no point. I would just let you go. I real talk.
Out of the ordinary. During the investigation, Sicilian police found that Google Maps had captured a street view image of two men talking outside of Manu's Garden. One of the men looked extremely similar to the man they were looking for, but the government confirmed his identity when they came across the listing for Manu's Kitchen, the restaurant where Gamino worked. While investigating online, the police found a photo of him dressed in chef's attire on the Facebook page for Manu's Kitchen. After confirming his location, the police arrested Joaquino Gamino on December 17, 2022, and extradited him to Sicily, where he's currently serving life in prison. According to the police, when they arrested him,
20 years straight. Hey, he really did his thing, though. 20 years, bro, you straight.
Gamino was extremely confused, and even had the nerve to ask how they found him when he hadn't even called his family in 10 years.
Damn. That Google Maps be
Police from
snitching.
Zurich, Switzerland were carrying out an investigation to shut down illegal marijuana growing operations all over the country. At some point in the investigation, they used Google Earth to locate the addresses of two farmers who they suspected of being part of an illegal marijuana operation. And that's when one of the detectives found
that's that
something
police
interesting.
shit. That's that police.
As he was scanning the area on Google Earth, he noticed an unusual change in the pattern of the fields around Rapperswil in the northeastern state of Thurgau. Zooming in, he saw what appeared to be a cannabis plantation that measured more than 2 acres and was hidden inside a cornfield right next to one of the farmers' houses.
This
The Google Earth discovery
somebody took
ultimately
a
led
picture
to
of
the
his
arrest of
cannabis, his
16
weed.
people and the seizure of 1.1 metric tons of marijuana, as well as 900,000 Swiss francs in cash, which is the equivalent of around $1.1 million.
Damn.
According to the police report, the drug ring allegedly sold up to 7 tons of marijuana between 2004 and 2008, bringing in from 3 to 10 million francs a year.
Why in the world would you need a job then? If he selling on his weed, you should have messed around. They would have found him anyway.
Asked about the breakthrough, the head of Zurich Police's Special Narcotics Unit, Norbert Glossner, said it was an interesting chance discovery. Since then, the cannabis plantation has been plowed over as recreational marijuana continues to be illegal in Switzerland.
Damn.
This incident happened at a home in Derbyshire, England, where David and Rebecca Soanes lived with their 2 children, Lauren and Ruben. In 2009, the family bought a caravan to travel across the country, but it was unfortunately destroyed shortly after when a joyrider crashed into it. A few months later, they bought a new $15,000 caravan to replace the old one, which they left in their driveway. In June of that year, Rebecca came home one day to find the caravan had disappeared, after which she immediately reported the incident to the police. However, with no solid leads, the cops couldn't really do anything about it, and the case went cold pretty quickly. It wasn't until 9 months later, in March of 2010, that 11-year-old Ruben Soanes found something revealing as he was looking at his house on Google Maps. Using the street view, he found an image of a male intruder on the family's driveway, standing suspiciously outside of his 4x4 vehicle.
Like he finna use
After
the
a bit
back
of
one, but what is he
investigating,
doing?
the family found that the image had been captured by the Google Street View car just moments before the caravan was stolen. Around that time, a neighbor also came forward saying that he had seen the same man towing the caravan on the day of the robbery, but thought that it was a family friend and didn't think it was important to tell the family.
That man, I got caught in
With such
4K.
a clear image of the suspect, the Soanes thought it would be easy for the cops to solve the crime, but it turned out to be much more difficult than expected to get an unblurred image of the 4x4's license plates from Google. Even though the police knew exactly what the thief looked like.
Yo, why they pose, bro? They pose like they was forced to take that picture, dog.
Never publicly confirmed if they managed to track him down or not.
Damn, so he got away with that? That man, clear as day, robbing a whole van and everything and got away with it. As of right now, that's why y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, roll 10K, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man. Okay, I appreciate y'all, man.